Hello YouTube. We are back for another Marvel Snap Zone Premium members coaching session. This is the break week, so for once we're not gonna talk metagame. We're not gonna talk what are the best decks. Instead, we're gonna talk about Marvel Snap as a whole and general tendencies in the game and how we can improve as players. And last week, we closed the session with Silvermint having an epiphany, kinda. So we're gonna double down on this. And this week, we are going to work on how early can we get as much information as we need to make the decision of snapping, playing cautiously, and things like this. Because there is something that's happening in the game, especially this season, but looking back at it, when I prepared this session, I actually figured that it was a trend that started like at spring, maybe even like at the start of the year. And that trend is the decks, as we're getting more cards, are getting more and more synergistic. So I wanted to do it on this tool so we can just see the logic, like the mind pattern appear. So step one is they give us more cards. Step two, because they give us more cards, decks are getting more synergistic. Because decks are getting more synergistic, I'm gonna go to the right. So, and if decks are getting more synergistic, decks are also giving more information early in the match. So, is that something that you would agree with? As we get more cards, decks tend to do what they're supposed to much better. And as they do what they're supposed to much better, they necessarily play early cards, which also give us more information about their deck.
I would agree in general. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bishop.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I would agree in general. It might not be information on exactly which deck they're playing, but it'll narrow it down because there's also a lot of very common two-cost cards that you might see a large number of decks running at the same time. Like, so if they drop an Elsa, I've got a basic idea of their game strategy. I've narrowed it down to a few different decks, but I don't exactly know what it's going to be until I get, the next card in the sequence. But generally, yes, I think this is right.
Okay. And the thing is, we don't actually need to know precisely because, and that's the thing, it's easier to figure out good and bad early draws.
Mm.
And that's the important one. The like color, this one is going to be red. And now it's unreadable. So terrible idea. What color is good to see on red? Ooh, okay. Because the idea isn't that we know precisely what their opponent is playing. Our main idea when we're trying to snap is either when we snap, we're trying to make our opponent leave, or we're trying to play a game where we should win more. And so good and bad draws are going to give us two key informations. So, key number one, what is the opponent playing? Key number two, and this is where we're going today, is and this Silvermint is exactly what we're talking about last week, except it's going to be the more like evolved thinking. So we're
I love
gonna
it.
we're gonna have the blue snap, we're gonna have the green snap because no snaps are bad. But I'm gonna have the light blue because otherwise we can't do anything. Is that readable?
Barely.
Barely. Okay. Is it because it's too small, or is it because the colors are not good? Is it readable now?
It's better, but it's. I mean, the contrast is pretty weak, but
Oh,
This is like the Silvermint of contrasts. Like, it's possible it could win, but like, could really be juiced up a bit.
on it.
Can you change the font to white?
Yeah, I can. Like this.
yeah, that's beautiful.
Beauty.
Okay. So this is what we want to focus on, and this is the big difference between, I feel, good players and really, really, really good players. This snap, we're gonna be very critical, but we're gonna call it the easy snap. This one, we're gonna call it the difficult snap. The reason why this one is called easy and this one is called difficult is because this one relies on visible information. This one relies on invisible information. This is exactly what I want to talk about today, and then what we're going to try and put into application. So, I'll take a picture of this, and then we'll make a new one with the base being snap to keep them stuff. But like, I just want you to remember that there are two kinds of snaps, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're gonna start with the easy snap. Can I do a new one? Oh wow, I can do a new one. All right, my life just changed. So, how would you define an easy snap? Which is a snap to keep your opponent in. What are you basing your logic on? Can you move it? Oh.
I would think the easy snap would be based on the fact that you've identified that they're going to finish, that the deck they're playing is going to finish with a large card, probably played on a single lane, like a Hulk, and you have Shang-Chi in your hand.
Okay, but that's a little too specific. I was more asking, like, what kind of information are we relying on? It's like, what are we looking at, basically?
We're looking at what, they've just told us about what their win conditions are and whether or not we have in hands something that either beats them at their own game or can undermine their game. So it's comparing our two win conditions based on the draw.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can see the theme of their deck.
Yeah. So it's what Bishop was saying, but just maybe generalized a bit.
Okay, so these are the two?
Well, I would add one more. How the locations that are being revealed impact both of our plans.
Yeah. It's always a third tier snap.
Mm-hmm.
Are we cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I purposefully put the verb see in caps lock. Now. Oh my god, I just discovered a new thing. Ah! Okay. Here. Can move it. Oh my god. Now, the difficult snap. Our goal is to make our opponent retreat. What are we basing this snap on?
It would be based on maybe, if you want to generalize it, and that's what I'm looking for. The inefficient opening or the out of sequence play.
Okay, so how could we word this in an easy way? Recognition of opponent not drawing ideally.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
Mm-hmm.
So this is tricky because part of what I'm not sure yet is if we see that they haven't drawn efficiently or ideally, and like we don't want them to retreat, we maybe want to slow roll them, keep them in, try to get more points. Or is the worry that they'll eventually maybe draw what they need and then...
You never know that.
Yeah. So then if that's the case, then part of what we might do is the worry that right now we have an advantage, but that we'll lose it over turns. So maybe a condition for the difficult snap is, can I intimidate them out of this round so that they don't have a chance to fix their draw?
Okay, so what are we basing this on? Like, what's the key here for that to work?
I mean, it's one of those fundamentals, right? You snap when you think you have the advantage.
Okay, but so you snap. You know you have the advantage, but your goal is that your opponent retreats. So what's the key here? Who's doing the action in the end? Like, who's the motor of this?
The opponent.
The opponent. So what are we basing this action on?
So do you mean something like they didn't play a card? Like, for example, if they had back in the old meta, they'd played a Forge on 2 and then they skipped 3 or something.
Yeah, that could be something.
Is that...
But
yeah.
When you snap, are you ever 100% they're gonna retreat? Do you have like magic powers that are gonna tell you their answer to your snap is 100% a retreat?
No.
Then what are you basing your snap on?
Part of it could be the asymmetry of information. So they've revealed something about their draw.
No,
you
because
have not yet revealed something about yours. And
Yeah,
so if you're snapping, they're thinking, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, then that's the easy snap. You
I
have
see.
a clear advantage. You should snap. What the difficult snap is based on is the fear of the opponent, is the opponent's understanding of the game.
Yeah.
Because your goal here isn't that they stay in. If your goal was that they stay in, we would be in this scenario. Your goal is that they leave. So for them to leave, you're basing your snap on, I'm pretty sure my opponent doesn't want to play this game for bigger stakes. Because from what I know based on their deck, and from what they're showing me, their deck is not working as intended. So they should retreat. But will they? I don't know.
So it's kind of funny because this is, at first I was thinking of the difficult snap as sort of like, oh, I'm snapping like, we're snapping like a bot, right? We're looking for a bot. So in the easy snap, we're looking for what the bot. We snap at the bot because the bot's playing something out of order. It's playing something unsequenced. It doesn't make sense what it's doing. But the opponent, if you hard snap on the bot, the opponent's understanding of the match is not, the bot doesn't have that understanding, and so you're kind of counting on the bot being, the bot will stay in hopefully because it lacks the understanding of the nuance of play.
Yeah. So the important thing here, and that's the difference, is that there are games that can be won without, if you look at it, zero information about us. Like, our hand didn't matter. What we revealed to our opponent didn't matter. Maybe we did reveal stuff. Like, maybe we revealed we had a starting hand that was pretty good, but they don't know what we have next. So here, what we're playing with, ideally, is anticipated information. While here, what we're working with is guaranteed information. Does the difference make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Here, our goal is that we're in a poker game and we have double ace. We're pretty good at poker. We can count. We know double ace is going to win. So our goal is that the pool is as big as possible. So we're going to do everything we can to end up with as many cubes as possible. Here, it's different because we don't know who's going to win the game. We know our opponent doesn't have a good hand, but we don't necessarily know if we can beat it. We don't necessarily know if the matchup is good for us and things like this. What we're looking to do is just get cubes based on our opponent just doesn't want to play this. And this is where there's something important to understand when we're trying to like form ladder, or well, it's even more important in Conquest, because if you can transform a 1 cube loss into a 1 cube win, that's pretty huge. But it's mostly the fact that time matters. Does anyone wants a picture of this, or are we good?
Yeah, I think this is a really good picture. Let me see if I can just grab one.
I can put it in the chat.
Yeah. I've got a screenshot.
Okay, well, if
Cool.
everyone has a screenshot. So, oh, I don't want it. New. Okay. So everyone has already heard this. Cubes per game, right? Like, does anyone has a question about what cubes per game mean in Marvel Snap?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Except the real metric is this one. Because when we count cubes per games, what are we counting? Are all games equal? Is a game that I won on turn 1 the same as a game the same as one I won on turn 6?
Yeah, we're just talking about your haul for having played the game.
Well,
yeah.
Well then, let me ask you this. I'm going to throw you 2 scenarios. Would you rather win 2 cubes at the end of 6 turns, or would you rather win 1 cube at the end of turn 1?
1 cube at the end of turn 1.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because, in theory, if I could do that 6 times, I end up with... I use the same amount of turns. If I were to win 1 cube on end of turn 1 6 times in a row, I end up with 6 cubes and play the same amount of time. So I'm more efficient that way.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
it's people... that, but there's another... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, just some people are going to tell you, yeah, but you have to queue, you have to find an opponent, you have to do this, do that. But yeah, that's the logic. Go ahead, Silvermint.
No, I completely agree with Bishop, but there's another thing. If it's turn 1 and you can end it on turn 1, you are pretty sure you're going to get that 1 cube. If you've committed to a 6-turn game and things can happen every one of those later turns, you might actually find yourself in a 2-cube loss. So taking what you know you can get now versus what you're just hoping you'll get, that can be a more efficient gamble too.
Yes, and this is why, if we go back to what we had before, sometimes your snaps don't have to be about you. Your snaps can be done with 0 information. Apart from the information, my opponent doesn't want to play this match. And if we're like on turn 3, let's say, and we had a really good turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Like, I don't know, we went Nebula into Elsa, into... what's a good turn 3 currently?
Bishop?
Yeah, into Bishop. The rest of our hand is huge crap. Like, it's terrible. Well, maybe snapping here, which from our point of view, like, we know our hand makes no sense if the opponent stays in the game. But we're so far ahead, and the opponent doesn't know our hand, they're gonna leave. So we might have turned a 1 cube loss, or maybe even a 2 cube loss, into a 1 cube game, into a 1 cube win. And even better, we probably turned a 1 or 2 cube loss over 6 turns into a 1 cube win over 3 turns. So if we can do that twice, we got 2 cube win of a full game. And so we transform a doubtful win over 6 turns into a guaranteed win over 6 turns.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're going to work on today. We are going to work on 2 things. We're going to work on abusing the fact that Marvel Snap gives us more and more information as early as possible in the match. And we're going to work on the fact that both players do not have the same information, and sometimes your information is telling you you're not going to win this game, but your opponent's information is telling you get the hell out of here. So not winning the game doesn't matter if that game never ends. Or at least never goes to the end. Alrighty. Shall I show you, or do you want to give it a shot immediately?
Show us.
Alright.
No, I mean, show us like an example deck, or just dive into the games. I wasn't quite sure the question.
Literally do it in a game.
Oh, I say let's try it.
All right. Who wants to go
Bishop,
first?
do you want to start? Can't quite hear you, Bishop.
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. I gotta go.
Sounds good.
I always forget which.
Start my game just in case.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to the game.
It's loading, not showing.
Yeah, I actually see literally you're sharing your screen. What it would be showing you right now. Yeah.
All right, we got
You
a desktop. Are you in the game already?
Hold on. Let me figure out what's going on here.
I can start while you figure it out.
I don't know why. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. It's really annoying.
It's okay. I'll start while you figure it out.
Based on what you're showing right now, I would retreat.
You would retreat a desk?
Oh, I mean, he's not drawing any cards. I mean, this is not going to be a good hand.
Figure it out. Okay.
All right. How do So shall I start Bishop while you try to figure it out, or do you want to give?
Oh, wait.
Wait, what is he playing?
Oh no, I was engaging in some boutique comedy. But
Okay.
No, I don't see a game. Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a try. So,
all right,
we're gonna do it with this deck because this deck is really good at scaring people. We have Lockjaw. We can bluff Ella if we need to. And
which
just look at my screen. Oh, it's not.
I still have your mind map up.
What do you still see?
Bad. Window. There we go.
Ah, okay, good.
So, this deck is literally designed to scare people off.
No, okay.
Because...
What's on the script?
What?
Your deck, you said?
Yeah. So, why do I want to scare people off? Because, first, I have Lockjaw. Super scary card. It's Venomized, even scarier. Bonus, +1 in scary. So, Lockjaw is one of the cards that you play Lockjaw on turn 3, you snap, and a lot of people are going to leave. They're not going to wait until turn 4 to know if you have Jubilee, if you have Wasp, if you have that. They saw Lockjaw, and they're like, nah, that's too much. Then, we have Ella. Ella is the reverse of Lockjaw. What we can do with Ella is we can bluff whether we have it or not. So let's say it's a super contested game, and you've already beaten your opponent with Ella a few times. You snap, and you actually snap for their life. You might just get a retreat because of it, because they're like, nah, they have Ella, and they discarded a bunch of it. Well, you know your hand is America Chavez, and you get nothing. But they don't. Then, we also have a couple of high rolls with Jubilee. We are, like, pulling the Infinite or stuff like that. Or Gambit, destroying one of their 2 cost. So the goal here, and I'll try to emphasize on that, is we will try to, like, steal as many cubes as possible. Like, my goal is not only to win the game, my goal is that I maximize my cubes per turn. That will obviously lead to a super risky approach, and maybe my opponent will not care one bit and stay in the game and not respect my deck, which is highly possible. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm ready to burn gold tickets. So for example, I have Lockjaw. So I'm really happy about that. And they're gonna see Black Cat. So they should... they don't care. Cool. Maybe they have a really good hand. I'll wait and figure it out if they have a really good hand, but on my end, I have Lockjaw. I'm fine. Alright, they snap with no 1 cost. I'm pretty happy about that. I was expecting a Kitty Pryde of something. Okay, please don't be a bad location. Angela. Okay, so we know what they play.
It's funny because when they snapped on Dimension, I would have assumed that they had a Hella deck too.
Could have been. So,
are they watching our video right now?
Who knows? Maybe it's one of you. There are several ways we could do this. I could Lockjaw here into Jubilee, and then do it later on. I guarantee I go and get Hella. Actually sounds fun. I'm not gonna show them I have Lockjaw. So here, my goal is that, in case I lose this, I wanted these guys' information. I don't want to tell them I have Lockjaw. They'll just know I have Ella. I have priority, so I could get a really good kill here.
Yeah.
If I discard... The problem is gonna give them the information I don't want to give. I guess I'll go on my plan of Lockjaw, Jubilee, try to steal it. Okay. So I know everything I need to know about their deck. They're low-key. Oh. How does it work with Lockjaw? How many cards are gonna rotate?
Just the
first one?
The White Tiger? It's because it all occurs on the same turn, right? So
Yeah,
only 1 card. So that would go the first card that the White Tiger would be the first card that disappears, and then anything you drop afterwards will stick. So so yeah. So if you want 2 cards, you'd have to Jubilee. No, I guess it'd be Gambit Odin. The Gambit would go through.
Because I'm gonna draw Chavez. I'll have 2 out of 3 shots to get Ella.
So yeah,
I could Jubilee and just Odin it.
yeah, because I think if you
Why
white
doesn't work?
tiger, yeah, anything that goes in there, everything else should stick to the lane, right?
Probably. Silk. Wait, it's a low-key move? Oh, that's really nice of them. Thank you. Get an extra shot. Perfect. I even get priority. Oh, and I get to draw. Oh, I got Infinite. So, I lost Death. And I lost Black Cat. It's actually pretty good. I think if one of them goes here, I win. And they actually made quite a big mistake playing Silk. Because now they can't play here anymore. I guess they're forced to come here. I'm already ahead. Do I just win if I play Odin here? Because my deck is Blade, Ella, and White Tiger. Oh, actually, if White
Black
Tiger
Cat?
sends it, Black Cat got discarded on turn 1.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Alright, let's go for that. I kind of want to snap them. Because here, I think they're really scared. They saw Lockjaw. So I think I could just get 2 cubes because they're scared of it. Oh, they're not scared of it. Oh.
Oh,
Aw, Tiger.
Oh,
Oh well, I'm okay, I win right. That was really bad from them. Ah, I got lucky. Well, no, I didn't get lucky because they weren't even taking it here because Hela won. So, let's take a second to consider this one. So,
yeah.
here, it was just a win-win bet. If they if they concede because they think I have Ella, or just because they're scared of Lockjaw, I win and I don't have to risk it. But the situation is also good enough that I'm probably okay playing for 8 cubes. So I kind of got both an easy and a difficult snap at the same time. Now, usually these kind of snaps on turn 6, it's not that they never work, it's just that they usually are difficult to leverage because the opponent has a lot of information. So they're more like bluff to get them out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, no, I'm never going to win the raft. But I could easily win this.
you gambit here and just kill the Angela?
I kind of like Lockjaw into Jubilee left.
The kill. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I could also just leave. But they can't really play here. My worry is, can they fill this turn?
I mean, if they're playing more of a just standard Elsa move, they can get Nightcrawler, Jeff. Can they overcome what you're going to put on Kiln?
Nah,
But then Gambit is the backup. Yeah.
Kiln is gonna be a win. What I'm scared of is the Hellfire Club. Oh, Blade. Do I want Blade?
Get rid of Odin. It's Gambit Blade, and hopefully the Odin doesn't get discarded by Gambit. But if not, you discard Jubilee. So
I mean, I could also do this. Lose Odin.
just get Gambit.
I still have my big guys in the deck.
And then you get like a hidden Gambit.
I don't care yet. Too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I just... It's just annoying if it's Ella, but that's about it. Oh, wow. Yeah, but he still has 0 point on Kiln. He can still abuse Lockjaw.
That's handy.
Oh, I think I will kill.
Yeah.
And I know they have Shang-Chi. So now, the only thing I have to do, win this lane. We can remove Nightcrawler, so they can go down to 11, plus play a card. Ella is part of the last 3 cards, so it's what? Ella, Chavez... Ella, Chavez...
Tiger.
And Tiger. Well, Tiger is good. I
So,
can trigger it again with Odin.
are they going to play a Hawk here to try to be able to play on Kiln and kill the Infinite?
They're gonna play Hawk, maybe, but I'll see if they play it, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're gonna pass? Oh, so that kind of tells me the raft is fucking blade again. That's pretty fun. So they move this here, and they go Infinite, Shang-Chi. And they beat me. Well, no, I have Def.
No.
I have Def, I have Black Cat. Ah, maybe they don't beat.
Oh.
Well, at least the read was on point.
Wow, that was like solid.
Alright, well, I couldn't scare them off because there's no more reason to.
Exactly.
They're just snapping extremely aggressively. Oh, we have Lockjaw every single game. Can you let me teach my class in peace, Angry Coin? Please, I'm trying to explain something and you're just snapping on turn 1 every single game.
How to win games by fear. Unrelenting snapping on 1.
Exactly. Assert dominance. Oh.
Oh, that's fun.
I can live with this. I'm scared of going Lockjaw here, but...
I mean, it's not any good to you on the Shuri Lab.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sometimes play it in the Shuri. It's kind of fun.
That double Kitty Pryde is gonna be a big problem. Oh, that's pretty good for me. Oh wait, they showed me Mobius already.
It's neutral as well, because the Superflux counters it.
Yeah. But still, they're gonna have such a big Kitty Pryde, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose. Oh. Well, they play Shang-Chi. Oh. Thanks, I get a free spot.
Okay. Okay.
I'll take it. Well, Jubilee, I guess you're up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, next turn we can't play. That's annoying. That Kitty Pryde is gonna one-on-one against the Infinite and win. Bad. I guess they had a really good reason to snap this game. No.
No.
Oh, well, I guess it's okay.
Okay. Yep.
So, our deck is what? Jubilee, Gambit,
Gambit. Yeah.
and Lady Sif.
Yeah.
Alright.
We said Jubilee, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Our tech card here is just fear. So, seeing these points stack up, we don't have like.
No, our tech card here is Ella transforms into Gambit. Gambit kills Kitty Pryde.
And dumps some other fun stuff on the board too.
And we still have Death, Odin,
Black Cat.
And Black Cat.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, there's no reason to leave anyway. Oh. Okay, we won left. Got Lady Sif. Ooh. That Shang-Chi's kind of a problem for us. So for example, here, I could snap. Because if they retreat... Actually, I have no reason to snap. Because if they retreat... Like, the retreat is free for them. Because after this, we're gonna play with 2. So actually, like, I can't snap anymore. Now my question is, do I want to play Blade just so I discard Black Cat, then I get points here? I think I'm gonna say no because I have Lockjaw. Ah, they passed turn 1.
Oh, that's good.
I really want to discard this. So I guess... Do I want to draw because I have Lockjaw?
You got the stuff in your deck, right?
Yeah. That's fine. Ooh, Ella is here.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
We can't snap at this point, right?
There's no point. If they leave, they're on 1 health. And next round, we just start 2 by 2. So
yeah.
Okay, they snap.
All right.
I think I'm going to take the gamble and play it here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Yep.
We won a gamble. Okay. Gambit is still in the deck, but that's the only card we don't want to see. Every other card is fine.
I mean, the good news is we're playing Shang-Chi proof right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want 2 shots at Gambit. I'm fine with Lady Sif though. Bring me back Lady Sif.
Oh.
That's alright.
They're very good at knowing when to play that Spider-Man.
Oh, it's not difficult. They wait for Lockjaw and they play it.
Well, but we skipped turn 4. They didn't play it at that point.
True. Alright. So we have Infinite. Well, we have a lot of stuff. May the gods be with us. One card? They play Doom? The hell are you doing here? Alright.
Oh.
Rough. If we played a lot left, we would have won. We only had 2 cards. I thought we had more. Oh. Alright. Well. Good thing we won 8 on the first match.
Yeah.
Kind of ruined the purpose of trying to scare our opponent off, but...
Well, if we generalize and the point was to feel fear, I'm starting to feel some, so the deck is working.
Alright. I guess we can wait for now.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow. No more problems. Oh, I can Spider-Man that. E5 Prio. AF Prio. Actually, I could Snowguard Blade. That's actually a good opportunity to play Blade. I mean, I still have White Tiger into Odin. Not that bad.
No.
And the bear is kind of useless.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I don't have priority, so I don't want
to
open space behind Angel. Although they're not. They're just gonna put cards behind it. Okay. Guess we just White Tiger because Tiger to come here. And we'll just pray. They haven't played one single card from my deck. Their starting hand was Killer Willy. Ah, they might reverse us.
Yeah, I wonder what they did draw. Yeah, I mean Lockjaw probably.
Hey. Oh, they got the Infinite from us? Oh, really?
Oh man.
Sad.
Well, if we so they're gonna Infinite then Turks. They want to win that. If we Doom on the right, I don't know.
Yeah, because then if Silk goes middle.
But if Silk goes middle and they Infinite in the middle as well.
Why would they Infinite in the middle?
Oh, they have priority. I see.
No, we have priority.
Yeah. Not sure what to do beside Doom.
Yeah, but I think it's here. What happens?
Okay.
Oh wow. Oh, that makes sense.
Could we beat that? No, we just needed to have the ability to Odin that Dame White Tiger.
Yep.
That's alright. How many of these are we gonna get?
I mean, so there's a interesting point here. We've got a deck that's good on intimidating people. They're also playing one of the strongest decks in the game right now. Does the intimidate strategy work if they have, the Meta King? It's actually an interesting intersection of strategies here.
The Meta King, maybe not, but the other thing is they also had almost the same outs every single. Like we've seen Angela on turn 2 every single game, because the goal of trying to make someone retreat is to bet on the fact that their hand doesn't look good enough for them to stay in. They've had really, really good hands all game long.
That's right. I mean, it actually reminds me. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, do I want to Lady Sif here? But no, with Ella here, please don't play. Ah.
Oh.
I'm fine for that.
Well, this is kind of why I played Lockjaw on the right, because I didn't want him to end up on Torfisk. Okay.
Beautiful.
Dodge one specific card. I hate you.
Oh my god. This is just oh.
I'm sure they're intimidated now.
Nah, they're
Well,
not.
yeah. I think this is the right move. Yeah.
They're not. Well, that's okay. That's completely okay. The session was I think the first game was a good example. The rest,
yeah.
Mainly because the snap was taken away. He didn't. Okay.
Oh. Yep. Oh.
8 is not
Okay, so they're gonna move.
right?
They're gonna move Nightcrawler away and play on the left. They're not gonna move anything to the right.
Yeah,
So
they'll
if they move Nightcrawler.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They're just gonna play on the right and try to win it.
It's going to be Nightcrawler to the house. No, I guess not. Yeah, I guess it has to be something on
Why
the
would they
right.
spend something here?
Just because they always have, it's a habit. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't change anything for us in the.
Wouldn't we want a gambit? Maybe just try to too many small cards again.
You think they're only gonna play one card? You have 5 in hand.
No, that's right. Yep, I see it.
I mean, they could very well win middle. Their deck is very, very. We got reversed. Which is fine. I mean, the first game was a good example of.
Yeah.
If they left, I was happy. And if they stayed in, my odds were good enough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the rest of the match was horrible.
I mean, as you always say, right? Like if there's a deck that could win every single possible matchup all the time, there wouldn't be more than one deck, right? So we're talking about decks that can work to win you a certain number of games, right? Yeah. That it didn't win the first one doesn't mean anything about the deck.
Yes. All right. Now, up to you guys.
Try this again. We'll try this again.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm going to try this again. I was going to try to figure out how to share my screen.
Sure, go ahead.
Is it working now?
You're sharing your screen. I can see your Discord.
Okay, good.
All right, you've minimized it.
Minimized it. What am I doing wrong that it won't let me into the screen itself?
Are you in the game yourself?
I'm about to start it, but that's the thing. Let me start the game.
When I mean, are you in the game, not in a match? Are you Marvel Snap?
Not yet. No, that's what I'm saying. I have to start Marvel Snap.
Maybe it's easier if you start Marvel Snap before and then share the app.
Okay. I can stop that.
Otherwise, Silvermint, if you share your screen, at least that works.
Sure thing. One sec. Share screen. Let's see. Is this working?
Okay.
Yeah, I can see yours.
I mean.
Okay, so we've got that as a backup. But let's see if Bishop's thing works.
I'm doing something that every time I open Snap, it shuts down Discord's sound.
Sometimes, like in the preferences, like an app as a, I don't know how to say it, but like authority on the other one, and so you overruled it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's you, Silver.
Because are you on PC, on tablet, on?
No, I'm on my Android. And I've done this before here. That's the part that I don't understand. I've done this before. What can you guys see now?
You're not sharing your screen.
I can see yours, Silverman, and
Well, maybe before the next Bishop session, you and I will get on 15 minutes earlier and just troubleshoot the share screen.
it's just really frustrating that I can't get it.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait, let's see.
Oh.
Stop sharing mine.
Nope, doesn't feel like it's working. All right, I guess we're gonna go with Silverman for this time.
Okay, let me share again. Screens. Okay.
When I move away from your screen, it like cuts out my mic. That's what I can't figure out. So I can't see you guys.
Honestly, I'm not good enough with that kind of stuff to help.
Yeah, it's a Discord issue. So.
All right, what are we playing, Silverman?
We could, let's see. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. I'm getting used to this Steam interface. So, oh no, wait, no, cancel. We're playing whatever happened to be loaded. We could do Sarah Control, which I've been enjoying. I've been fiddling around with some, I think, Safety Blade builds of Black Knight, which could be fun. Neither of them are the fear factor sort of lesson. So we could keep trying that fear build, or
every deck is as a fear factor.
All right, fair enough.
Because the fear is based on what your opponent is showing.
Sounds good. This seems like a fairly standard list here.
Sure.
Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see, we're doing Conquest.
We're doing whatever you like. If you want ladder, we can go ladder.
Yeah, let's try Conquest. Okay. Yep. So far they're playing a dog and I'm playing a scary bug monster. I think we're winning the fear right there. That's less good. Oh.
Okay, so you have info about your opponent. And
yeah.
They have
so Nightcrawler plus
Luke Cage doesn't reveal what you.
That's right. Let's see. I'm trying the lesson from last week of not ruling out options. So my immediate instinct is these kinds of decks sometimes play rogue, but if they do, we'll learn that in the first match. So let's play this here.
I would play it on the right. You don't have much ways to reach.
Yeah, it's blind.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we kind of know what they play.
Yep. Oh, that's great for us. Okay, well, I don't want either of these cards right now, so I think I pass.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yep.
The aura hand sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're just on the gather information kind of plan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, fun. So Cosmo is there to support Darkhawk. And we've got a rogue in hand, so this is actually starting to look interesting for us. But we'd have to nail where they're going to play Darkhawk, and right now that's a... Well, maybe it's not a 1 out of 3, because they aren't going to play... They might play it on the right because they can't move a move card there. I'm trying to figure out if I should snap based on the expected Darkhawk here.
Then you can wait another. Then you just
All right.
Elza to the right.
Yep. Sounds good.
They're really doing their best
All
to
right.
avoid Elza to trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, you know their Cosmo is gone. So.
Yes. So, at this point, I want a Sarah, I think. Doesn't hurt to do it on the right. And I also want to snap, I think, because I know I'm eating that Darkhawk. I'm going to get to make something strong on the right with Elsa there. And they haven't played Mobius yet. It would be an odd turn for them to play Mobius. So this is looking like a snap.
Yeah, and also, if they retreat, you're happy because you haven't shown that you're a Sarah deck. You get 1 cube
Exactly.
and you haven't shown anything.
That's right. And we haven't shown that we have Rogue. So, all right.
See, like, that's the point here. We haven't revealed anything. They have revealed a lot to us. So if the game ends here, we're okay.
Alrighty. So,
this is so easy.
Let me see what they've got here. Only 3 per hand, but they might be counting on it to win. Okay. Oh, they're counter snapping. Fun. All right. So we know they're not going to move Vision to the right. So they could just keep Vision there, or they might be trying to double down and win the left.
How many cards are in
So then if I've... they've got 3 left.
Your Rogue would be an 8. Your Rogue wouldn't be Vision one-on-one run room.
Nope.
That's right.
And they have priority. So...
Yeah. So if I do... Well, then I don't get... That's fine. Are they going to play something big on the right?
But then do you need to show them Rogue?
Yeah.
So why not just Shang it? Assume that's the only option. I see. Okay. Yeah. So then, where else? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Hitmonkey right and one other dead card on the board.
Left. Rock to the.
Oh, Hitmonkey on. Sorry. Say again. Hitmonkey what?
Hitmonkey left. Right to the. Or Rock to the right.
Yeah.
Rock is better than Kitty Pryde because you don't.
Sounds good. Yep.
Dude, I feared something. Okay. Yeah.
That's why we Hitmonkey left.
Hitmonkey left. Yeah. That's a 3+ rock.
I mean, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, but see here, the key was to understand the information we had. We had a lot of information. They had 0. So it's double good to snap. If the game keeps going, our plays are going to be much more educated than theirs. And if the game stops, we got a lot of information. They got nothing.
That's right. And I was still stuck on the idea that I can't wait to Rogue that thing. But knowing that Vision will probably move, why reveal that I have Rogue? Yeah.
Well, more than anything, if you Rogue, you would have lost the game. Because then Vision would have took the bonus from Throne Room, would have been a 22, bullied you.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I assume this is a pretty clear move.
Yes.
Yeah.
See here, you might even want to snap this. I'm not sure if you want to, but because now you're playing with the fear factor. Because every time you snap, you're like, you okay to play with your life?
Mm-hmm. Feel like this is the move.
Yep. And your hand is incredible to play with their life.
Yeah. That's fine by me.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
Yeah. Yeah, to go back to the earlier, I'm almost afraid to admit that my plan was to play Rogue on the left and Shang on the left to kill the Vision and get the points from Darkhawk, and that's a bad reveal of information, but may as well be honest about it.
Well, also, once you figured Rogue is gonna be a 6, Hitmonkey is also a 6. So why reveal Rogue?
Then it's exactly right. Yeah, that's the part I didn't connect. I feel like Bishop middle is perfectly good here.
You play Widow's Bite first?
Yes, I played it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, goodness. I did not pay attention to that at all. Thank you for the catch. All right, here we go. Oh, good.
Fine.
So far, so good.
Well, you kind of have a great information about where they're going to play Darkhawk now.
Yep. All right. Let's see. So, don't see. I think. I wish I had Elsa at this point. No reason not to play Kitty here. So I could play Mysterio now, not on the left, so that its clone goes up a little bit. But then turn 5 is looking a little bit weaker.
Turn 5 isn't looking weaker. Turn 5 is Sarah in the middle.
Yeah, it's not worth holding on to Monkey at this point. So, or the hope of Monkey, I mean.
It's not really the hope of Monkey, it's the fact that you can't play Mysterio plus Monkey plus Kitty Pryde plus Shang-Chi on even with Sarah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, this is the tendency from last week that I'm starting to stamp out now. Well, I can't do that because I want to later. Like, well, look, it's still the thing to do. Oh, okay.
That's a good plan.
All right.
I don't know if I would have held. I might have held Mysterio.
I've got 6 in my deck. I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that.
I just said I might have held Mysterio, and so I'm not sure I would have made that play. I think it's the right play. I'm just not sure I was. I followed what you guys are saying. I just don't know if I would have naturally done that. So that's good. It's good to learn.
I think there's no reason not to push the advantage right now because this deck is going to give me lots of points over time. Why not just keep building? All right, so their Darkhawk is going to be a, what is it? 14. Yep. So 24. So all I have to get is a 7 in the middle, but I don't have Elsa, so I'm not going to get 7. Let's see here.
It's a 14.
Yeah.
If he plays it left, it's.
That's right. I have priority, so it's a bit unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, what do I want to do here? So if he plays it middle, all I need to do, let's see, I'm playing 4 cards, so Bishop will go up to a 21, and then 14, yeah. So then I only need to get 4 points.
Where is your true Mysterio?
My true Mysterio is on the right.
Okay, so it's 4-9 on the right.
So I could tie in the middle here, but why not just try to build further on the other ones you're saying?
Probably going to move Jeff.
Well,
I see. Yeah.
I would Kitty middle and then just throw everything
to.
Because the only way they win the right is if they Darkhawk left. They win the left is if they Darkhawk left. If they Darkhawk left, you have no way to win it.
Okay.
This is gonna be the saddest Doom we've ever seen. Saddest Doom.
Oh.
Still have that doubt that there are no bots in Conquest.
Yeah. What's funny is we both had the instinct to go kitty middle, but me because I was trying to imagine I could surprise them by tying the middle. You because you were pointing out the effect of winning on the left. I think I just didn't see Doom on the right as an option.
Because it wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Um,
All right, do we want to give it another
yeah.
shot? Because that was actually really quick.
Works for me.
Bishop, feel free to shout us sometimes that you want to try to share screen, see if it works. Otherwise, we'll.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot again. I got to figure out where the problem lies. Not
Sounds
there.
good. Oh, great to see you. Not for long.
Hello.
Hey everyone, I mixed up the times.
No worries. All right, game number 2.
All right, sounds good. Let's play. Oh wait, Bishop, you've got a. Let's see. Watch. Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing as last time, where you're sharing your screen. It's the Discord being shared, and
Okay.
then.
Hmm.
All right.
Go in and
I'm gonna experiment while you guys do that.
Yeah.
and
So
Sounds good.
I mean, worst case,
And like I said,
we'll give you more time next time.
yeah. And you and I, let's sign in 15 minutes early next time, and we'll troubleshoot it then.
yeah.
Okay, let's do Sarah again. Oh, well, anybody but Monkey. So it'll be Monkey. Yep,
You had to call it.
I did. But honestly, I don't mind getting that target on the board earlier.
Okay, so we know exactly what they play.
Yep. Okay, Evo. So now the question is, are they running Luke? And if they are running Luke, can I draw my rogue? Let's see. Is it good enough for me to counter snap right now? Let's see. I've got Angela, Elsa, Jeff on the board. That's pretty great for me. I've got my Luke, which I can hold back to the end. This feels snappish to me, honestly.
Right, do if you want.
Do I sense that maybe why give up the information now?
I wouldn't counter snap. I would wait.
Okay. All right. How about middle?
Yeah, middle is good.
Okay.
Because there's one big information you don't have. Some high Evo decks still do it. It's wait.
Okay. Well, where are my threes? I guess Elsa on Angela.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to compensate from the lesson I learned last week, and it's pushing me towards being a bit more aggressive. The next step will be that middle ground. Okay, so I don't want to reveal. It's slightly below curve, but I don't want to reveal either Shadow King or Committed, honestly, or Luke Cage right now. So I think Kitty, then Jeff, to give Jeff the boost.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other reason why I didn't want to snap is, yes, your opponent would have stayed in the game. But if they leave, you only get 1 cube. Because it's... oh no, you don't get 1 cube. But you don't get a lot of information. While right now, your hand doesn't give that much information. I mean, Elsa, Jeff, Kitty Pryde, you can narrow it down to 7 decks.
Okay. That's fun. All right, so turn 5. Sarah's going to be less effective because they're running Mobius. I don't think I am. So let's see. They haven't filled that one yet. I don't have my Shang yet. It's going to be 7 rounds potentially. Let's see.
Potentially. Once again, Aivo can play.
That's true. That's true. So let's see. A bit less clear here. Nothing there. Maybe it's worth playing Luke in the middle.
Can't.
Oh wait! Oh my gosh! Turn 5. I missed that completely. Okay. Well, if I move this, I can get points. No.
That's
Okay.
super complicated. But why do you want to reveal Luke
Yeah.
Cage? Try a rogue. Keep Luke Cage and
Just
try
rogue?
Kitty. Oh, Kitty.
Rogue and Kitty.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a good lesson for me. Why did I want to reveal the rogue right now?
Can you name one ongoing that Haivo plays?
Some of them run Luke, but that's about it.
Okay, do you care
And
about
that's
them
not that
running
common.
Luke?
Only if I'm setting up an overly elaborate trap in my mind where I then rogue their Luke, and use Shadow King.
Are you?
But I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you doing that right now?
No, not at all.
Then play your rogue.
So
maybe they'll actually
yeah.
feel safe and show you Luke. And if they do on turn
That's
6,
right.
you get to retreat for 2 cubes instead of learning the harder way and losing on turn 7.
That's right. So I've got to pretend that there might be a storm coming here. So where do I want to win? I could Mysterio here, move, say, Jeff there. What am I at? 2. So I could Luke and Shadow King in the middle, maybe?
I want to win the right. I don't think I want. Oh, you could win the left. Can you get? Wait, can you win every lane? Yes, you can. So Jeff left. No, Jeff left was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jeff left, and then Luke and Shadow.
Oh, you have a Mysterio coming in. No.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
One left, one right, and Kitty middle.
Yeah. Oh, Kitty middle. Okay.
Fine.
I was going to try to get the Elsa boost over here. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem here is that we're not ahead on the right. Our goal was to get ahead on 3 lanes in case it storms.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I would have reversed Luke Cage and Kitty Pryde, so you could still play in the middle if you needed to. Because now they know exactly what they have to do in the middle, and that's not so difficult to do.
That's right. All right, so if we're anticipating a Hulk, She-Hulk, where are they going to go? They have priority. Yeah, I see that. That was bad. This gives me guaranteed, I think, win on the left. But what I have on the right is not enough. But I think this is probably the only way.
No, there's another way, which is...
Oh, you would retreat here?
You can try it if you want, but I think what's gonna happen is... I mean, you have a shot at winning. It's just you've revealed every single tech card in your deck then.
Yeah, I see it. And if they're doing like a...
Later.
Oh, yeah. I'm not in the habit of doing that when I should.
Stay on that screen.
Reveals information for no reason. Yeah.
On that screen. So, you're gonna lose the middle. They just play any card in the game, or literally miss 1 energy, and you lose. Middle.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
Then, Shang-Chi gets you left back. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you said Hulk and She-Hulk, right?
Yep. So all they do is scatter
they're gonna
those.
Play both at the same turn, on the same spot.
No, not at all.
And if they're not gonna play both in the same spot, that means you're gonna retreat middle and right.
Yep.
Although I don't think they could have played She-Hulk plus Hulk because they played Scorpion on turn 6, so She-Hulk was a 2, so that's 8 energy.
Well, like you said, all they had to do was like skip 1 energy, so.
Yeah, you would have lost to just Hulk.
Yeah. Okay, their deck doesn't play anything. Oh, but it doesn't matter because we've got Sinister. Okay, so Angela. Well, I guess Angela left is really the only move. If it goes in the center, it's kind of wasted. But I'm more interested in cloning what I put on here, or making Angela strong there. Or is there an advantage to play in the blind? No, let's do it.
There's also the advantage of...
Oh, just skipping?
Yeah, because the only card... Like, right now, what are you going to play behind Angela? The only card that you would want to play behind Angela is Kitty. Right, you can...
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is a messy draw for me. Let's see. So there's possibly an advantage to starting to build some things on the right and leaving Sinister to copy into the Sanctum. But if they have Storm, I've lost that advantage. So, yep, there's the old thinking for me.
You have seen a lot of their deck last game, and they haven't showed you.
Yeah. So I guess the question is Angela left. Maybe I actually want it on the right. I think maybe this.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah. Okay, so far that's going well. Oh, so this makes me happy. So I could do Elsa here to copy. I'm a little worried about filling up the Angela, but oh well. The question is, should I play Luke right now? If I played here...
Or are you going to play Sarah next turn?
Am I going to play, you say, what next turn?
Or are you going to play Sarah next turn?
I think there's not a great chance they run Mobius.
Pass. You're going to have 2
even
Sarahs.
Without...
Your whole hand is basically going to be free.
Wait, pass, like, don't even play the Elsa?
No, play Elsa. You don't care about energy.
And then
you have a card that says your whole hand's gonna cost -2 next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So stop revealing stuff.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay.
Like, it feels like your goal is to win every single game. Your goal is to win one single match of Conquest.
That's right. Okay, well, they didn't... If they played this round... Well, okay, so if I played on the right, I still have an opportunity to fill up the middle a bit. And I preserve the ability to play, let's say, Luke there. Do I want to play down the left to get double gambling they don't play Mobius, or do I just want to play down the right and preserve lane space?
Even if your whole hand was -2, you only have 3 spaces to work with. So the reduction doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't play it at all.
No, play it on the right.
Oh.
Because you still want to be able to play 3 cards next turn. The 3 cards
Can you guys hear me?
Luke Cage, Shang-Chi.
Can you guys hear me now?
Okay, yeah, I can.
Okay. Oh,
all right,
nice.
so... Okay, so we could play, say, Shadow King targeted there. We play... Let's see, what do we got? 6. I could play him in the middle. I'm not allocating yet, I'm just thinking. He has priority, so Shang here seems like a pretty good target. And that would still leave me say this. Oh, in that case, I want to play Jeff last.
I don't want to play Jeff at all.
I don't?
There's no point.
Because if
he's just gonna be a smaller version of what Elsa's gonna copy you. Like
what Elsa?
Play Shang left, and you're gonna copy Luke Cage
Yeah.
and Shang-Chi in the middle. You don't need Jeff.
But I was thinking I could get the boost of Jeff, but it's way better to get the Shang in the.
You're gonna.
I see.
No, because you played Luke Cage and Shang-Chi. So if you only have one space, only the first card is gonna be copied. You're not gonna see Shang-Chi at all in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I see. So is it better to just reverse that order and let Shang copy and play Jeff?
No, stop with trying to play Jeff.
Fair enough.
Like, see, your goal here is to win the game, not to do as much as possible. Like this is not a competition of who can put out the most points. It's a competition of can you put more points than your opponent. Did you put more points than your opponent?
Yep. Won all 3 lanes.
Did you need to play Jeff?
Nope. Would not have helped. I would have just won 2 lanes instead of 3.
Yeah, and showed them one.
That was a good lesson.
Control information. Information is what dictates snaps and retreats.
Yeah, okay, this is good. So there's 2 lessons in my head that are bouncing against each other. One is exactly this one. Control information. Don't give anything more than you have to. Don't over complexify the plays. Just win the game. The other one is be efficient with your tempo, your energy, your curve. And so I feel myself correcting on one at the expense of the other.
The problem is you're only considering energy. In this game, your important resource was space.
That's the thing. That's exactly right. Yeah. There's a reason to break the rule about being efficient with energy and tempo, and that's if you see a way to win the game for sure without being tempo efficient. That's just exactly the right answer. All right. Angela left, I think.
By the way, you already want to think about losing initiative.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't Shang-Chi Hulk is gonna win Throne Room. Unless you can get Angela to like 18. I don't think it'd be pretty fun.
So if I want to lose initiative, a good way is to only play on 1 lane for now. Or I could just keep Angela at 0 and play anywhere else. So maybe Bishop here. Okay.
Oh,
all right, that gives me. Oh yeah, I think they played him the first game. Oh, thanks. Okay. That's interesting. Will they use the snow? I mean, it's not as good as anything else they've got, so probably not. Let's see here. What am I at? 4 energy. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, just start mapping out your turns. You can see.
I want to bait them into playing in Throne Room, which means I can't ignore it completely. I should maybe play something small there, so they think I'm going for it and they go for it too. So I don't want them to drop the Hulk somewhere else. So maybe, let's see. They haven't done anything that can defeat Luke yet, so maybe just throw a Luke here.
Your Throne Room is going to explode naturally next turn, because next turn you have to play Mysterio plus Hitmonkey. You want to be able to Shang-Chi on turn 6.
That's right. So then play this here. Yeah, I see. Yep.
Who snapped?
They did.
Okay. We want to counter snap them at some.
Let's see. We've got the cards here.
The question is also, if you were to counter snap, would it be a snap for them to leave the game or for them to stay in it?
I think we're snapping for them to stay in the game because we have information about the tech cards we have and how we plan to use them. And we think we have information about how they're going to play and where they're going to play.
I think if you snap,
Yeah.
they're going to run.
So then the argument is don't snap.
Oh, my argument
Right,
is
'cause
snap and let them run.
I mean, it's either way, but I mean, I think they're going to run because you have Cage out. You can beat Sunspot.
All right, so then I want to play Mysterio, the true clone of Mysterio. I want to play here maybe, and then Monkey here.
And Monkey.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me reverse that and then explain it.
Here? What about priority?
That's the point. That's why we play Monkey right, because that's the lane we have priority on.
Mm-hmm.
Mysterio is a 0 everywhere, right?
Ooh.
Okay.
That's okay. We have very little targets of their Cyclops. Like only Sarah's gone down like a point.
And or turn 6 is Shadow King Shane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're cool.
Yeah.
Like literally, the only thing they can do if they wanna win right is to drop Hulk on the right. But if they drop Hulk on the right, you're gonna win left. Fine.
But then they still win middle, so they win middle and right.
No, because you're gonna Shadow King middle.
Shadow King center.
Oh, I see.
That's the Shadow King.
I see. So what if they just drop like Thing and Abomination or something?
Well, they can't because Illumination costs 3 right now.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, yeah. That is another one I would have talked myself out of. Fantastic.
All right. Once
I
again,
think I got it working. Can I try it one more time?
Yeah. I'm sorry, say again?
So I think I got it working. I think I realized what I was doing wrong.
Okay, well,
so when you're done,
okay.
Let's finish the analysis. So, here, you had the plan. We knew what we were going to do on turn 5. We knew what we were going to do on turn
4.
So, that's like kind of perfect for snapping because we have a way to win. If they stay, we're just happy because we're going to take more cubes.
Yeah.
And if they leave, the thing is, we got cubes for literally doing nothing because, well, we haven't started revealing our plan yet. Then, the other thing is, once again, you're focusing on the problems, not on the solution.
Yep.
Like, if you want to use information, you gotta think about both sides of the coin. Like, the thing with information is most of the time, it's facts. Like, that you can't really refute them. And I feel like sometimes you just pile on facts and you just don't check them.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
I would. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, like for example, if you put them on Hulk on the left, and at some point you were like, but what if they Hulk somewhere else?
Yeah.
Well, instead of asking yourself, what if they Hulk somewhere else, ask yourself, what happens to the left if they Hulk somewhere else?
I win it for free.
Yeah. And instead of working to win a location, your opponent is gonna give you a location. Where's the trouble in that? The trouble in that might be you're gonna lose a location on the back of it. Hey, but considering I'm gonna pull myself ahead on all 3 locations, I can afford to lose 1. Like, it's really important when you use information to just match the information to the question you're asking yourself. It feels like way too often you have the solution to your problem, or at least you have the answer to your problem, but because you're so focused on the problem, you're not seeing it.
Yeah, I I think this is exactly right, and I think we can also take it a step further. Exactly what you're saying. I lose information between rounds. So one of the early ideas was I've got to maintain priority only in one place, or win only one lane so that I maintain or they maintain priority. At a certain point towards the end, that where you reversed my location of Hitmonkey and Mysterio, it's because I'd forgotten that earlier rule. Because every new thought that pops into my head, oh, what do they do? What if they do this? What if I do that? Seems to displace the earlier information I had. So I'm not holding on to facts and building something with them. One fact is just kicking the other fact out of the picture, or even one suspicion is kicking a fact out of the picture. So I didn't keep in mind the rule. I'm trying to maintain only a one lane lead. I lost that. And then once I lose that, I start making bad calculations about the other things. And if I'm prone to suspicion rather than fact, that means I'm going to erode the quality of my play very quickly. So I think part of what I need to do also is juggle. Every round I need to ask myself, what are the goals? What am I supposed to be remembering right now? What furthers the strategy I set out? And don't deviate from that unless something happens that changes the strategy. Like, oh, now I really want priority, for example.
Exactly, because
I've got to keep reminding myself.
That's the thing, is like the snap that you did on turn 3 or 4 didn't disappear. Like the stakes are still at the same level down the line.
That's right.
So if So if the snap is still there, the reason why you snapped better still be there as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. So
yeah,
Bishop, are we getting that?
I think I figured out the time. I hope so. Well, hold on, here we go. It's working.
Nice stream.
Let's go. I see Marvel Snap.
Oh, right. Excellent.
Loading. Are you in the game yourself or is it loading?
Oh, there we go.
Can you see my screen?
I can see the loading screen for Snap.
Yeah, me too, but it's not moving.
Maybe it's taking a long time to consider its moves like me.
Are you saying you're a Discord share screen?
What is going on? I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. I don't. So why do I see?
Are you seeing the game?
I was, and then I was not. Hold on. Let me see if I'm doing something wrong here. Where's my screen? It's like I'm looking at it through. It's like I'm looking at it through Den's screen. That's so weird. So, because at first I thought it was because I was not sharing.
Try it one last time, and otherwise we'll close the session with some theory.
Yeah,
that's okay. We'll give you plenty of time next week.
Yeah.
So, do I need to be in my screen or not? Maybe I don't need to be in any screen.
It depends what you're sharing. If you're sharing an app, you need to be on the app. If you're sharing a screen, like for example, myself, I'm sharing my left monitor. So whatever happens on my left monitor is sent to Discord.
Maybe Discord isn't set to be overlapping my thing, and that's the.
I mean, you don't need to watch your own stream, right? Like, as long as it's actually broadcasting, you just play the game as if we're not here, and then that should, if you've set up the stream, be just fine. You know, I'm thinking about it a little bit more. I think the analogy for how I'm playing is I'm a cat.
One idea.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. I was going to say, I'm starting to realize I'm like a cat chasing a laser pointer. As long as something happens that flicks it around the wall for me, I go zooming after it, and I forget what are the rules for this match that I've set up for myself. I need to ignore the little laser.
No, you need to take a piece of paper and write down the rules.
Fair enough.
I mean, you can also do the laser thing, but I guess it's gonna work more with cats.
That's right. All right. So
okay, so it's moving. I can see you go through your apps. I can see you.
This
launch
seems to
Marvel
be the
Snap.
way to do it. Yep. Okay.
It's
Okay,
whatever you
I
did
got
this
it.
time is the way.
Can
Yeah,
you hear
good.
me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. It's something with I went to my phone. I'll figure it out in a little while, but at least we can do this. Okay, at least I know it
Exciting.
works. There must be something that's offloaded somewhere. I'll figure it out. All right. Too many buttons to choose.
Okay, we're on
All
the
right,
menu.
let's go. We're
This is
doing this
good.
now. Furthest we've made it so far.
All right.
Okay.
What are we playing?
Natural disaster.
This is my Quake deck. I've been playing this in Conquest all over the place. It's running a lot of counter stuff. Basic concept is to kind of shut down locations and dictate where people play. Well, there's a card that doesn't help me at all. It doesn't play any 1-drops. So big plan would be probably to storm somewhere on 3. Obviously, Zabu doesn't change. It helps me, but it's not part of my deck, so it doesn't actually help me to. I don't care if I play it. So, for information purposes, it doesn't affect me at all. So it's bounce. This is actually not bad. Oh, that's great. I run Luke Cage as well.
Okay, then.
So let's shut down.
What are we waiting to snap? Because it's bounce, which played Falcon on 0/1 costs. You showed
right,
Zabu,
so that's bad.
And locations are good for you.
Okay, so let's snap.
I mean,
and let's take away. I prefer to keep this center if I can. Because I can do 3. I can do Marvel on 3, or let's do.
Do you need to commit Storm right now?
I don't. I usually do, but
can't you just Captain Marvel into Storm, into Legion, and lock everything?
Okay.
I don't know. It's just ideas. It's not my deck. I'm just saying, like.
No, I don't. I tend not to use Legion on 5 enough, and that's probably fair.
Because I mean, you seem annoyed at the fact that you don't know where to storm, so just play Captain Marvel and storm later.
Okay. So we're gonna storm now. So it's not. Maybe it's not bounce. It's a goblin deck. Interesting.
Did you click on?
So then, why did they play Falcon?
Know if it came from
the Falcon's probably from the Hog.
Oh, it's placed on the hood. You're right.
You need to check that.
Yeah.
It's junk deck.
Yep, it's junk deck.
Hello there.
Let's see.
Yeah,
so
we're not gonna Legion?
More debris. That's fine.
But you won the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like this was the opposite of what I do, which is I forget the original game plan chasing new information. You were like very interested in the game plan there when new information was coming. I mean, classic.
So,
I don't usually use. I think it's a good practice. I mean, to think backwards like that. I tend not to Legion onto Storm 4, Legion 5. It's not a habit, so I think it's a good strategy to work on.
Well, that's the thing, is don't have habits. Like, have the habits should be to think. it shouldn't be too hacked. If you build habits of acting a certain way, that actually means you cut on the thinking.
Oh, that's fun.
So now we know what they play. We also know we can put them on match point whenever we want.
Right. So we don't know if they have an afflict, if they run anything affliction wise. So holding onto the cage is probably useful. I have 2 quakes, so I guess I don't care if I quake here.
Well, you could still surprise them because they're likely gonna play their demon on Washington DC eventually.
Okay.
But you could reveal a quake and they might not know you have a second one. But if you're gonna play a quake, you're gonna no.
Oh no.
Click on your quake.
Huh.
Click on the quake you played. Now they know you have a second one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right over left. Okay.
Do not give up information for free. That's just a
I
gift.
didn't. That
The
can't
whole
go.
point of the session is to leverage information so we can try to make easy or difficult snaps. If we give out information, we're actually giving the opportunity to our opponent to do. Plus, why play Quake where Craven is? That's just removing a possibility to move there.
Motion, yeah. I don't really have any real reason to play out. Silk is going to be a problem.
Yeah, don't play the Quake yet, because if they drop the demon, then you want to switch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play Luke Cage and Silk.
Well, Silk is caught in the corner, but
If it's gone in the corner, it's still going to give you some points from Craven.
oh, so that's what they got off the theater. Mm-hmm.
So do you want to have your Silk bounce, or do you want to have the ability to spread Doom? What's your plan for 6?
I wanted to have room for Doom. I think if the Silk bounces, I didn't want to force it back into that corner.
So do you
That
want
was
to
my
play
plan
behind
for
it?
Doom. Oh, and just force it out. Oh, that's a good point. But oh, you're right, because that doesn't lock me out. There we go.
Oh, I just meant play on the left or something, so that it doesn't move.
Yeah, but Quake has to be played in the middle if you have the ability to.
Right.
I see.
It's okay. It's gonna work. Probably okay. Oh, maybe. That takes care of the goblin on the right. Oh well. I didn't get Luke Cage, but
Wait. So you have just way more cards on the board. If you turn everything into Nidavellir with Legion, I don't know yet, but like, wouldn't that help you?
+5 across the board. So it does. It changes the numbers. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Destroys,
I'm just guessing.
no, and it beats the goblin too.
Yeah,
it's worth a shot. Who cares? We're ahead and we have room. So you make a good point.
Well, I'm never afraid playing somebody else's deck.
Exactly. I hear you. Oh, thank you. And the Mobius protected cage. So there we go.
Well, that seems pretty good for us. Yeah, nice.
That was really nice.
So, Bishop, it's obvious you love your deck and you're having a lot of fun with. But it's also obvious that you don't really care when you're playing with it. Like, be a little more patient. Like, your deck is like peculiar. Like, it's relying on concepts that not many people are used to, and it feels like you're playing it extremely fast compared to the difficulty the deck requires to be played well and like anticipate everything that's gonna happen.
I don't know if that's always true. I can see that holding true today. Obviously, I mean, I think it was a little frustrated trying to get this thing up and running, but yeah, I could see that. I think learning location control, learning to play with locations, it's a constant education, right? Because there's a lot of variations. So I agree. I could take more time with it.
And especially like controlling information, such as like playing the right Quake, playing like not showing specific cards, like if you can keep them in hand and actually play something else, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Alrighto.
Yeah. It reminds me a bit of the lesson for me last week, which was, playing the hand versus playing the deck. I mean, the really fun thing about this deck, what's really great about it, is the Quake Storm interaction, getting them to misallocate points, right? So, in a way, like, are you okay if you never play Quake in a game, right? Are you okay if that's just the wrong card to play, right? Focusing on using that card for the most points, yeah.
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 All right. On this note, we're getting to end of the session. Just do a little sum up of this. So. Oh, what is this? So the names have changed, but because I find better names.
Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'll call it bluff. I guess that's the and it. You have to remember one thing about today. It would be this. And the connection between the two. I don't even know if I can do it. Oh, maybe I can. Work. Woohoo! There we go. We could sum up the whole session this way. There are snaps which we are making because we have a lot of information about, and based on the information, we know that we should win the game. Our goal is to keep our opponent in the game. That means we want to snap before they can understand what's going on and before they can get to the same amount of information as we do. Because if we have the same amount of information and it's obvious to us that we're going to win, probably obvious to them that they're going to lose and they're not going to stay. This is going to maximize our amount of cubes per game. Our goal is that this specific game, where we feel extremely good about, we win it. Then we have the bluff snap, which is not based on information that we can control. It's based on deductions. It's based on information we picked up about their opponent, about their deck, and such things, and we're gonna assume that they don't want to play this game because things are not going their way. Doesn't matter if it's going our way because we don't plan on finishing the game. So a good hand or a bad hand for us doesn't matter. So the goal here is to get the opponent to leave. And because we shorten the length of a game, we are trying to maximize the amount of cubes per turn. So if we're able to do this over several games, we're actually going to be able to create a pattern of 6 turns where we got 2, 3, 4 X cubes. And the connection between all this is information. Here, it's control information. Here, it's pickup and kind of more of a guess. But no matter what, the person who controls information gets to do the informed snap and gets to bluff the opponent, because we can manipulate the information that the opponent has access to. Any questions? Did they kill everyone?
No.
I think you're following.
Yeah, I like it. There's only one question I might ask with this. So you might not always be the first person to snap. They're also making their own calculations at the same time. How do we know if they're trying to do a bluff snap or an informed snap? I mean, it could just be reverse the flowchart, right? But like, if we snap and they snap back, for example, does that mean that they're confident that they're trying to just buy it? What can we infer from this pattern based on their snapping behavior?
I'm gonna give you a rule, and please do not follow it. But
no problem. I always forget rules between rounds, so great.
Yeah, it's. I think it's the closest thing to it, but I also think it's not close enough that you should follow it to the dot.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see if they have an informed snap. If they don't, it's probably a bluff. For example, you are in a game and a location reveals and your opponent snaps. Ask yourself, all right, what deck can snap this location? If you can find it and you have a logical thinking pattern, then it's probably an informed snap. Then just ask yourself, all right, am I okay to play against this deck with this location in the game? And make it a yes or no question. If you can't find the answer, go by the assumption it's a bluff snap. And then we go back to last week's lesson, which was you're probably still gonna lose, but at least you'll learn something.
I think too, Silver, one of the things that I have to think about a lot of times when I'm playing is, especially like when we're climbing ladder early in the month, is that we're all at different tiers. And so I see people snap locations all the time, and I'm like, oh, you definitely have that, because I don't think they're, you know what I mean? How to say it? I would have held for at least 2 or 3 location reveals so that I could hide my excitement. So I think that's something we always have to remember, is that we play at so many different levels that there's all these rules. Sometimes they apply 100%, and sometimes somebody's going to kick my butt because they're just, lucky.
Yeah. And I think we can generalize from that, which is don't generalize from your own habits, right? So like, for example, if that reveals, I would never bluff snap on a reveal of a location, because what if my opponent is actually playing a deck that really loves it, right? But my bias is caution and fear. I can't assume every player is cautious or afraid.
I'm pretty sure if you find me, if you give me 10 minutes, I can find 10 tweets of people saying they auto snap the peak and they auto snap Lamented.
Right.
They don't even care about it.
No.
They don't care what they're playing. They just care that everybody retreats when they see these two.
Right.
Oh. Okay, so let's generalize that point even better. It's a great strategy to do.
No, I auto snap Lamentus all the time, just because it's just challenging and fun, and I'm like, I'm gonna win this one just because I enjoy it. Yeah, I understand that can be really. I totally understand that there's a lot of people who just do whatever they feel at the time.
Yeah, and there are a ton of factors that can come in. For example, I'm pretty sure someone in Proving Ground and someone at 99.8 are not gonna react the same to a snap.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
The guy in Proving Grounds is gonna snap you back, even if they're losing. The guy at 99.8 might leave and they were winning.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. I've done that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So this is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. So yeah, I guess like the best thing you can do is look for clues of why it could be an informed snap, but keep in mind that you probably will never have the full story until it actually happens.
It's like I never run an infinite card back. Just because I figure I gain if people don't know that I've gotten into infinite. Like I'm less intimidating that way, but I figure that lack of knowledge is more powerful than trying to scare you with an infinite badge.
That's right. I think a really tricky variable here, right? So like in economics, like, the don't assume all actors are rational, right? You're going to be getting a combination of rational and irrational actors on every turn. And if the lesson is learn to read informed versus snap, or informed versus bluff snaps, the big question is, all right, now look for clues. Are they rational or not?
Yes.
The
best thing you
can
do.
It's fun.
Is try to make it a yes or no question.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't go against yes or no. Like it's I'm not saying it's easy to do. I'm just saying that if you can answer a question by yes or no, it's really hard to doubt it. Because it's so simple.
I like that.
There's only one word, and it's either one of the most positive words in the language or one of the most negative words in the language. Like your brain is like, okay, we got our answer. I believe it.
Yeah. Whereas the question I ask myself a lot is, what if they do something else? Which is like, oh god.
But the thing is, like, the human brain is wired to make decisions and give directions to the rest of the body. So he's not allowed to doubt. Like, imagine if your brain were to doubt at some point, do we need blood? Let's just see what happens if I stop sending it. Like, we're wired to fill in the blanks. Because if our brain stops working, we just die. So most of the time, doubt is just gonna be auto-filled. Because the brain is wired this way, where it's like, I'm expected to make the call. Let's make the call. Even if it's like, but you're making the wrong call based on complete bullshit information. I'm here to make the call. Like,
that's right.
So sometimes, instead of trying to give him as much information as we can, actually dumbing it down is a really good way for a brain to be like, all right, at least I can't mess this up.
That's right, because the worst thing that happens if you just force yourself into a binary decision and you lose it is you just paid some cubes to learn a lesson. But if you make the question, what if there's something I'm not considering right now? You're almost certainly going to erode the quality of your play because you've just flooded too much information in that you can't track. So you will occasionally lose games making the wrong binary call, but you will frequently lose games trying to outthink everything.
Yeah, because outthinking everything probably will make you play worse on many occasions. Because you're going to ask your brain to be focused on so many things that it's going to forget about the fundamentals. And sometimes, if you just stick to the fundamentals and let your opponent do the dirty work of overthinking and everything, you're like, oh, I won with Chavez. Ah, cool.
Yeah. The great thing then, I think we're like 15 lessons in or something like that. The amount I learn from you each time is just staggering. Thank you for all of this.
I'm having a lot of fun with this session, so thanks for being here every time and not leaving me hang in a Discord by myself.
No problem.
We're trying.
That's right.
And today we even learned how Bishop's phone works, so wow, complete win. Alright, on this note, I will stop the YouTube recording. So bye-bye everyone on YouTube. See you next week. Very likely, next week is OTA, right? So very likely end of the week after the OTA are gone. Hopefully Elsa is in it. We'll see. But anyway, see you at the end of next week, YouTube. Bye-bye.